Are you preparing to take the NYSTCE Multi-Subject Teachers of Childhood exam for grades 1 through 6 exam? This is test code 221, 222, and 245, which evaluates the knowledge and skills you'll need to be an effective elementary school teacher in New York State classrooms. I can help. My name is Donita, and I'm a test prep expert with study.com. In this video, I'm going to cover everything you need to know, including what's on the test, how it's structured, and how to prepare in my top 5 test taking tips. All right, let's jump in. The NYSTCE Multi-Subject Teachers of Childhood exam is designed for educators seeking certification to teach grades 1 through 6 in New York State. This comprehensive assessment evaluates one's content knowledge across multiple subjects as well as instructional expertise to effectively teach content to elementary students. What makes this exam unique is that it's 3 separate tests that you'll need to pass to earn your certification. These 3 parts assess your knowledge and teaching skills in different content areas essential for elementary education. Part 1 focuses on literacy and English language arts, test code 221. Part 2 covers mathematics, test code 222. And Part 3 assesses knowledge in arts and sciences, test code 245, including science, social studies, fine arts, health, and more. Now let's look at how the test is structured. The Multi-Subject Teachers of Childhood exam is a computer-based test. Part 1, Literacy and English Language Arts, consists of 40 selected response questions and 1 constructed response item requiring analysis of student work samples. You'll have 2 hours to complete this part. Part 2, Mathematics, includes 40 selected response questions and 1 constructed response item. Like Part 1, the constructed response item will assess your ability to analyze and respond to student work. You'll have 2 hours and 15 minutes for this section. Part 3, Arts and Sciences, contains 40 selected response questions with no constructed response items. You'll have 1 hour to complete this part. If you take all 3 parts together, the total testing time is 5 hours and 30 minutes, which includes a 15-minute break between parts 1 and 2. I recommend taking advantage of this break to rest and refocus before tackling the mathematics section. Now that we've covered the format and structure of the exam, let's talk about some strategies to help you succeed on test day. This is where my test-taking tips come in. Manage your time wisely. For the selected response sections, aim to spend about 90 seconds per question, which leaves you plenty of time for constructed response items. Speaking of which, my second tip is to allocate at least 45 to 50 minutes for each constructed response item out of the 60 minutes allotted. These are worth a significant portion of your score, so give them the attention they deserve. Leave at least 5 to 10 minutes to proofread what you've written. Moving on, let's look at the scoring and question types on the NYSTCE Multi-Subject Teachers of Childhood grades 1 through 6 exam. The passing score for each part of this exam is 520. Remember, you need to pass all 3 parts independently to qualify for certification. Part 1, the selected response items account for 70% of your total score, while the constructed response items take up 30%. In Part 2, selected response items are worth 80% of your score, and the constructed response item is worth 20%. For Part 3, your score is based entirely on the selected response items. The selected response questions are typical multiple choice format with 4 answer options. For the constructed response items in Parts 1 and 2, you'll be evaluated on your ability to analyze student work samples, identify strengths and weaknesses, and develop appropriate instructional plans based on your analysis. On test day, there are a few important policies to be aware of. For the mathematics section, you will not have access to a calculator, so brush up on your mental math skills and calculation strategies. The test is designed to assess your mathematical knowledge and reasoning abilities without technological assistance. You will also not receive any formula sheets or reference materials during the exam. All necessary information will be provided within the test questions themselves. Before the test begins, you'll have 15 minutes to complete a computer-based tutorial, and non-disclosure agreement. Use this time to familiarize yourself with the testing. If you are taking all 3 parts in one setting, you'll receive a 15-minute break between parts 1 and 2. Let's explore the specific content categories you'll encounter for each part of your exam. Part 1 focuses on literacy and English language arts and is divided into 4 competency areas. The first area, knowledge of literacy and language arts, includes approximately 17 selected response questions. This section assesses your understanding of language and literacy foundations, text structures, and comprehension skills. The second area, instruction in foundational literacy skills, also includes about 17 questions. Here, you'll demonstrate your knowledge of teaching, decoding, phonics, fluency, vocabulary, and comprehension. The third area, instruction in English language arts, contains approximately 6 questions. This section evaluates your ability to teaching, reading, writing, speaking, and listening skills. Finally, there's one constructed response item in the analysis, synthesis, and application area. For this question, you'll analyze student literacy data from multiple sources and develop an appropriate instructional plan. Let's look at a sample question. Part 2 assesses your mathematical knowledge and teaching skills across 5 competency areas. The first area, number and operations, includes 3 questions. This covers your understanding of number systems and arithmetic operations. The second area, ratios and proportional relationships in number systems, contains approximately 15 questions. Here, you'll demonstrate knowledge of fractions, decimals, percent, and proportional reasoning. The third area, algebra, measurement, geometry, and data, includes about 17 questions. This section covers algebraic concepts, geometric principles, and data analysis. The fourth area, instruction in mathematics, contains roughly 5 questions and focuses on effective teaching strategies for mathematics. Finally, there's one constructed response item in the analysis, synthesis, and application area. For this question, you'll analyze student mathematical work, identify conceptual or procedural errors, and propose appropriate instruction. Let's look at a sample question. Arts and science evaluates your knowledge across a variety of subjects through 3 competency areas. The first area, science and technology, includes approximately 16 questions. This section assesses your understanding of scientific principles, inquiry processes, and technological concepts. The second area, social studies, also contains about 16 questions. Here you'll demonstrate knowledge of history, geography, economics, and civics. In the third area, fine arts, health and fitness, family and consumer science, and career development, includes roughly 8 questions. This section covers a broad range of topics including arts, physical education, child development, and career readiness. Here is a sample question from the science and technology area. You are probably asking yourself, how do I prepare? Where do I start? That is where we come in. I recommend starting with a full-length practice test for each part. Study.com's prep courses offer several tests to help identify your strengths and weaknesses. The course will auto-generate a personalized study plan for you, while with other prep methods, you'd also need to analyze your results manually. Let's move on to tip number 4. My fourth tip is to practice analyzing student work samples for the constructed response items. Study.com's prep courses offer practice questions with sample student work and model answers. The key is to regularly practice reviewing student work, identifying patterns of strengths and misconceptions, and developing targeted instructional plans based on your analysis. And now, for my 5th and final tip, familiarize yourself with the New York State P-12 learning standards, especially for English language arts and mathematics. You can find these on the NYSED website or through Study.com's prep course, which breaks them down in easy to understand modules. Understanding how these standards progress across grades 1 through 6 will help you answer questions about appropriate instruction and assessment methods more effectively. For a comprehensive test preparation, Study.com offers an excellent NYSTCE multi-subject Teachers of Childhood Grades 1 through 6 test prep course that I highly recommend. Created by experienced New York educators, it includes detailed videos of every concept and high-quality practice questions with thorough explanations. Most importantly, there is a 92% pass rate for those who have completed the course. With that said, I hope I was able to give you a good idea of the concepts and competencies you can expect to find on the actual exam. Please like and subscribe to our channel and hit that notification button so you don't miss any new videos when they drop. If there are any specific tests or questions that you would like for us to review, please let us know in the comments below and we will get to them as soon as possible. Finally, once you pass your NYSTCE multi-subject Teachers of Childhood Grades 1 through 6, please leave a note in the comments so we can all celebrate your success. Good luck.